and check Pat Casey.
Thank you, Les Concordo. Equally, can I send my best wishes to Minister Naughton on his recovery. This is the first urgent piece of legislation to assist in the Irish people's legitimate desire to see An Post survive and adapt to a changing world and continue to provide its crucial service to all the people. As such, it is to be welcomed, even if its effects will see the cost of certain services rise. However, the urgency of this bill, while welcomed, is not being accompanied by urgent government action in the retention of the postal service for all the people. I note that the other purpose of this bill is to give An Post further remits as a universal service provider of An Postal service, which again is laudable. However, any reasonable person looking at this bill, which claims to enable An Post to be a universal postal service, regardless of geographical location, will probably be very puzzled, as indeed I was. Minister, maybe I am wrong, but An Post providing a universal postal service, regardless of geographical location, is indeed a very fine statement, but is similar to the language that the new President-elect uses. It doesn't stand up, and is simply not true to reality. While we are talking here about protecting this universal service provider, regardless of the geographical location, An Post are closing rural post offices all over Ireland. Just before Christmas, Minister, when I should have been expecting a Christmas card, I got a phone call from An Post, who informed me that my own local post office of Laragh and Glendalough will be closing in January. Now, this was shocking enough. When you look at the future, the decision does not make any commercial sense. Laragh has had a post office for over 150 years, Minister. The reason it has had a post office for this length of time is that Laragh is located beside one of Ireland's oldest and most popular visitor attractions, the monastic city of Glendalough, and the spectacular valley that surrounds it. Minister, Laragh Post Office is a small village in Wicklow that happens to receive 1.5 million visitors a year. I think it's worth repeating. Minister, An Post is about to close a post office in Laragh where there are 1.5 million potential customers a year. More businesses I know would break their necks trying to get access to that potential market. An Post, no, close the post office and do it over a Christmas period so that nobody will notice. Well, the people of Laragh and Glendalough notice, Minister, and I commend them for their swift actions in defence of this service. When I arranged a meeting with officials from An Post, I was told that they were indeed surprised at the lack of feedback from the public consultation period. In fact, not one submission was received. I informed them that this was because the public were not consulted, and this reason alone should delay this decision. Minister, Laragh Post Office should be an example of how the government are listening to the people and attempting to innovate flexible solutions while taking advantage of unique opportunities that this rural Wicklow village offers. In fact, when it comes to political leadership on this matter, it seems that your department believes that the Minister for Arts, Heritage, Regional and Rural and Gaelic Affairs are in charge because of the Rural Post Office Network Group that is coordinated from there. Confusion when it comes to political leadership is dangerous. Minister, your government are continually talking and listening to the concerns of rural Ireland and responding with actions. But, Minister, your fine intentions will mean nothing if rural post offices continue to close. If An Post management cannot find a business sense, and dare I say some cop on, to see that opportunities that lie in the Laragh, then what credibility will any promises have to protect rural post offices in other parts of Wicklow, or for that matter in Ireland? All the ministers involved in this area of policy are rural-based TDs, and know as well as I do the value of the rural post office. If An Post will not act, I implore you as Minister, as a group, to act to ensure that An Post implement the actions of the Care report immediately to prevent closures of vibrant rural post offices such as Laragh. As a community, we are now asking you as Minister to ask An Post to postpone the decision to close Laragh Post Office, to allow time for consultation which didn't take place, and allow for discussions with all interested groups, to afford Laragh the opportunity to demonstrate how vital the post office is in our community, to allow the obvious potential of a post office in Laragh to be explored and extended. And again, I repeat, Minister, If Laragh cannot retain a post office when it has 1.5 million potential customers, 2 hotels, 5 retail shops, 2 restaurants, 30 bed and breakfast, additional seasonal commercial activity, a community centre which has won awards for innovation and is a model of how social enterprise can work, and an expanding national school, then, Minister, can I ask you, what hope is there for any rural post office? Thank you.